Okay, so here's a great transformation I made with a client of mine the other day. He came in and it was our first session together, and yeah, hitting massive hooks round to the left, very, very low hooks. So a few things that were kind of triggering that was the grip. You know, if we take a look at the grip, the left hand was very much turned over, the right hand was very much turned underneath the grip. So the V's of the hands were way outside the right shoulder. Now we know that's going to like massively close the club face down in the swing. Now as a golfer, the more you hook the golf ball, this is a tendency I see so often, you tend to start to aim more out to the right. So the body alignment starts to go more to the right, the knees, hips and shoulders more to the right, in an aid to try and hit the ball further to the right, because you're fed up of losing the ball left, so you tend to think, okay, well I'm going to like compensate here, I'm going to really aim out to the right, I'm going to really try and stop the ball from hooking. Now the only problem with that is, if that club face is getting close to the path and it's getting close to target, the more you swing out to the right, the more you're going to increase the spin axis of the ball, and the more it's going to turn to the left. So because the grip was so far turned, you know, underneath the grip, so to speak, that was getting the shoulder, the left shoulder was massively up in the air, the right shoulder was very, very low. So body angles were completely sort of out of kilter for what we were trying to achieve here. So we just start to run through the swing. So straight away, as he makes the backswing, you're going to see that the arms are kind of disconnecting away from the body. The club face is coming back in a very, very closed position, massively shut position, but a lot of that's related to the grip. And then as he comes down very, very much from the inside, you can see that path really moving out to the right. I had flight scope on, and the path was something like 11 degrees out to the right, and the face was about 4 shut to the target. So we were hitting a lot of very, very low hooks here, and you can see the upper body and the lower body, really the lower body is trying to slide massively ahead, really trying to block that club face from twisting over as much as you can. And like I say, we're hitting a lot of really low hooks, and sometimes the odd heavy shot would come in purely from the fact of this body motion. But you know, you can see how close the club face is here, you know, looking back at the camera at that point now. So yeah, very, very closed. Really trying to hold on to this, really trying to stop that face from closing over the best, you know, he could. But unfortunately, you know, we were still hitting those massive hooks as a result. So here are the things that we worked on, and he came along for a lesson with me on the 15th of this month, and you can see the transformation is huge. You know, we worked on the posture position, we worked on the grip position, so you can see the difference in the grip now. I'm just going to put them side by side, old and new. Just going to run this one in here. There you go. So the old position's on the left, so you can see the hands are very much turned under the grip, the body really tilted out to the right. So we're now in a much better grip position. So we worked on that. We worked on getting the grip in the fingers of the left hand, and just making sure that we had the V's pointing more neutrally up. I mean, I like to see the V's pointing up somewhere towards the right collarbone. That's where I like to see the V's pointing. It's a nice neutral grip there. So that's a much better grip position. And as a result of that, that's allowed us to get the shoulders a little bit more on a kind of tilt, as opposed to an aggressive tilt over there on the left. So what's going to happen now is the body's going to stay a lot more kind of stacked up on itself. It's not quite a finished product yet, but you can see we are less aggressive with the body as we're coming through the strike. And I think you'll start to see that the club face is now, as a result, that's starting to get less closed. Like I say, it's not the final product. I mean, we've still got a little bit of work to do, but you can see how much more neutral that's coming into the strike. I'm just going to stop this one at impact. There you can see the club face is much better. So the upper body, I'm just going to run this one down to impact as well and stop. So here you go. He's really trying to stop that club face from turning over the best he can. You know, he's really trying to hold on to that. But now, like I say, the upper body is more stacked up on itself. The club face is more neutral. The grip is in a better position. And as a result, we're hitting such much higher ball flights now on FlightScope. The ball flight was getting about to 90 feet high, and we were having about 4 yards of draw on the golf ball. And this is what it looked like from down the line as well. We worked hard on his posture position as well, because I think you can see here on the left, on the old position, it was quite upright with the posture position. So we worked on the posture position, getting him a little bit more over from the pelvis, knees flexed, arms hanging down a little bit more, you know, directly underneath the shoulder, so to speak. and we really brought the body alignment around more neutral as well. And as a result of that, he could turn through the ball a lot more freely. So once we got the grip better, we got the posture better, our next sort of the focus really was let that club face come back with a little bit of rotation in the club face, so we could start to get the club face a lot more neutral coming back. So just going to run this one back, so you can see the club face is coming back a bit more neutral. Like I say, it's not the finished product, there's a bit more work that we need to do on this, but we're starting to get the arms a little bit more connected to the body. It's a bit more of a one-piece takeaway, and I think you'll see the big change here is the club face is a lot more neutral at this point, as opposed to, I'm just going to run this one up, you can see the club face is massively closed at this point here. Now, as a result of getting into that better grip and that better club face position and the better body alignment, the main focus now was to really let that the body turn through, let that right side turn through, let the left side turn out the way, let the right side fire through. And like I say, as a result, we started to hit the ball a lot higher with a nice 4-yard draw, as opposed to these really low hooky ones where he's really trying to hold on to that. So you can see the difference in the ball flight, the height of the flight there. You know, that ball's barely getting up above the fence there, and you can see this one on the right, as soon as we strike it, much better launch conditions, much better launch angle as well. And he was able to get into a nice balanced finish position at the end. Didn't feel so kind of jammed up at the end of the swing. So massive improvement. So I hope you enjoyed this little video tip. Don't forget to thumbs up the video, don't forget to post your comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It's completely free, and many thanks for watching.